I want to show you something that I do about once a week to tidy up the people room. And that is to take just a quick inventory of my thoughts. So the people room, is just this room in your tidy mind house. And it has the people, it has situations, it has events, anything, so this is you, anything in your field of awareness, anything that comes in to you and that you witness, that you experience, that you are watching and observing from here. So we have thoughts that we send out to these things based on what these things are bringing to us. And these can be either positive or they can be negative. And we're hoping that throughout this tidy mind process that we are going more towards this and we're coming away from this. And I'll explain that a little more in another video, but right now I want to talk to you about how to clean this. We want to clean this field of awareness up. So here it is. Here is your people room. And one thing that I do is especially if I can tell it's messy, meaning I know my thoughts aren't high quality thoughts. I know that maybe I've been worrying about things. I've been trying to figure things out. Worry, analyzing, over processing, trying to figure things out. That's the biggest one. Meaning I am standing in my own power, which I don't really have my own power. I'm standing there instead of doing what I should be doing and going to my God room and saying, you know what, I don't know the answer to this. I need some help with this. I'm going to relax and surrender into my faith. And if you don't have one, or if you don't have a strong one, or if you got a messy God room, you're going to need to clean that up first. And I have a video for that you can watch. Now, here it is. Here's the exercise. Here's the people room. And I just sit down and I just allow thoughts to come into my head. So, we'll just do this together right now. So, I don't know. Let's just be real random about it. So, some of the thoughts will not be, big things. Okay, Christmas just finished. I write that down. I make a circle around it. My mom and my uncle. My uncle is in the hospital right now on a ventilator. It's not looking good, so I think about that. And I think about my mom and how she's doing and what's going on there. And then I think about my family, my extended, like my brothers, some things going on that affected me a little bit. So just kind of something I'm processing there. Circle it, and then I just wait. I just wait for the next thought. Relationship. What's going on with that? So I could fill you in on some things, but we'll not get too personal. But I think about my relationship. What else? My work and having fun with it. Circle it. So you just keep going. So you just keep thinking, like you just allow the thoughts to come into your mind, okay? Now, the next thing I do is I identify the heavy topics. So we want to find heavy, oops, didn't mean to do that. We want to find let's write it in red, heavy I don't know why that's doing that. Heavy topics. So that was just sloppy. Whatever. What that means is you worry. You hold on, let me erase that. Okay, you worry. It just feels, your thoughts feel more negative. So I'm going to identify those. So this one is kind of a heavier topic, meaning it doesn't, when I think about it, it doesn't feel good. I don't feel good. And that means, to me, that I am putting in fear into this field. I'm shooting my fear at this topic. So I go around the room here. I go around this circle, and I identify the lighter topics and the heavier topics. And sometimes I'll put like a negative sign or a positive sign. So let me see here. This one feels positive. I feel like I put a lot of love thoughts towards it, meaning it feels light. The thoughts that I think feel light, easy, fun, which is good. So I'm nurturing this topic in my people room. I'm nurturing it with my thoughts. Where this topic here, I am not nurturing. I'm putting some heavier things around. All right, so let's just finish this. So then go around to all of your circles, and this one I'm going to put both, and then I'll come back here and I will identify what the more negative thoughts are. I have some hope here, but then I also have some things that I'm still working on letting go of in this relationship topic. So I'll come back and I'll list those things as something that I will work on. So this is my work to do here. So anything that you identify as a negative will be something for you to work on. This is how you actually tidy up your people room. Family process. This doesn't feel good to think about. It's not a really big thing. It's just something I can tell that bothers me a little bit. And so I need to look at it. I need to look at, well, why? Why does that bother me? What is it about that thing? What do I need to accept? What do I need to change? What do I need to let go of? What do I need to express to feel better about this? And what are some better... So we want to... All these things that show up as a negative in our people room. This is really a nothing topic. This Christmas one, this just kind of got... it was just... I don't know. I don't even know why that popped into my head. But we put it down. And then... it's nothing, so I'm just going to put a positive by it. That's nothing I need to work on. It was a nice memory. And that started off my chain of thoughts. I guess that's a good way to start your chain of thoughts off in your people room. And then, so yeah, I think we identified all of them. And you'll have about 5 or 6. You'll listen to your thoughts, and one thought will lead to the next thought, will lead to the next, will lead to the next. And sometimes I find that for some reason I'll end up with all of my negative, heavy topics on one side of the screen. Oops, didn't mean to do that. On one side of the screen, and then just, don't know why it happens that way, but it does sometimes. And then I'll have my positive ones all jumbled up together. So, or in the center, which I think is, I don't know if it means anything or doesn't mean anything. My mind's always trying to make meaning out of things, but whatever. I'm just going to clear that out. So, yeah, so that's how you do it. That's how you take an inventory of your people room and find out what you need to work on, what you need to let go of, what you need to accept, what you need to change. And it also shows you if you are filling your field up with more fear or more love. And we always want to fill up our people room, which, let me tell you why. Your people room, think of your people room as a creative field, meaning it's responding. Anything that shows up out here in your experience, the people, the places, the situations, the things, the finances, the jobs, the whatever happens in here is showing up, and you are either throwing fear at it or you're throwing love at it. And depending on what energy, heavy or light, depending on what energy you're throwing at it, is what you are nurturing. Are you nurturing an experience full of fear? So you know what? If you are having a lot of you identified a lot of heavy topics, like maybe you put negative signs in every single thing you circled, guess what? You are allowing in. Like you have no boundary up. You know, we talked about the walls, and we talked about boundaries, and we talked about how love makes we put a lot of love in this field. It keeps out fear experiences. But if you are putting toxic, heavy, negative fear thoughts into your people room, you are allowing fear into your experience, meaning more people, places, things of a lower vibration, a lower whatever, just come on in. Hey, everybody, come on in and make my life a living hell, please. Like, that's what basically, with the quality of those negative thoughts in your field, you are bringing in more negative people, situations, experiences. It's all just come on in, everybody. If you want to stop that, if you want to, no, we don't want this. X that out. We don't want it. If you want to block this up, you got to change that to that. And you've got to start filling this up with love, meaning all the people that are already in situations that are already in your people room, guess what you got to throw at them? You got to throw love. You got to throw so many thoughts of love. What does that even mean? Throw love at them. Your thoughts, when you look at your thoughts around them, you can't have a negative here. That looks like a little smiley face, don't it? You can't have a negative here. You have to have a positive, meaning you have to think as many loving thoughts, blessings. Like if you can't think anything nice whatsoever, like you have so many issues with this person, and you just want them out. Get out of my people room. I don't want you out. You're not going to fear them out. You're not going to hate them out. You're not going to negative them out. It's just not going to work. You have to love them out. You have to love them and raise the quality of your energy in your people room to such a degree that them and their, they came in because you had the fear door open and they were a negative, and you experienced them and you just kept hating them and hating them and hating them and more negative, and then this just kept opening up more and more, and then more people and more situations, and it just got worse and it just got worse and it just got worse. So guess what? We got to do something different then, because that didn't work. That just made things worse, right? Hating them, thinking negative things about them, talking about them, trying to get back at them, trying to control them, all that just didn't work, okay? So you're going to have to now change this, change your mindset, change your language, change your thoughts. And this is going to take conscious effort. So when that person that was a negative in your field pops into your mind, and all of these things, that we listed, we made the little circles in our people room. These are things that pop into our mind. So when this person pops into your mind, you're going to have to find a loving thought to think. And I don't care what it is. just bless you. Like, you can even say it in a sarcastic way, I don't care. But you've got to change your language. Like, oh, I can't stand that person, or I just wish they'd leave me alone, or I really hate what they do with this and that and how they treat me and the things they say. Stop it. Like, all that is doing is just saying, hey, more of that, and hey, why don't you bring your friends with you and bring more people into my experience that treat me like that? That'd be great. That's what you're saying when you're throwing those negative thoughts at them, okay? So, love, more love. They pop into your mind. You want to keep that love force filled up, okay? And we do that by filling up this people room with as many positive thoughts as possible. Hope you enjoyed that exercise. Hey, do that once a week. I like to do it because it helps me stay tidy. It helps me know what's in there. Like, I stay in the know of what I'm thinking, who I'm thinking about, what I need to work on. It's just a really good tool to help you. And why do this? Because it is going to change your overall emotional state to a much happier one. And when we change our emotional state to a much happier one, guess what gets to come in then? You know, we got this love force filled up here. It's keeping fear out. Oh, it keeps fear out. And if you keep fear out consistently, guess what it opens up to? Love. People who treat you nice. Kindness. Joy, enjoyable experiences. You want more joy? Hey, it starts here. Clean this up. Clean it up today. That's it.